How is it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my Fight Hunger Bowl recap video. Washington wins 31-16 over BYU in this game. And do want to say, hey, congratulations to their head coach, interim coach who took over once Steve Sarkisian left for USC. I don't even want to try to pronounce his name. Don't want to destroy it, but I do want to say congratulations. Great job with what he did. With all the coaching departures, he had a bunch of graduate assistants on the staff, and with the pressure that he was under, he still went out there, executed his game plan, had some injuries in this game, and they still won and played pretty well. And they took advantage of a lot of opportunities, and that's really what it seems like it's coming down to in these bowl games. Not necessarily, it doesn't matter if the one team dominates the other. If they take advantage of all the opportunities that they're given to them, that is what wins you the game. BYU, if you look at the stats, BYU, I guess you could say, dominated them stats-wise. But when BYU got into plus territory, they kicked field goals. And that was really dominant in the first half. They didn't score in the second half. They were really shut down in the second half. But as you see, Washington, they had great special teams tonight. Brought kickoff 100 yards back for a touchdown. Brought another kickoff back for a huge gain into plus territory and some others. And they took advantage of those with touchdowns. They did not take advantage of their opportunities. They just played well. It was Keith Price last game. Congratulations to him on a great career, and maybe he can move on to the NFL. We'll have to see. That might be Bishop Sankey's last game. We'll have to see. But I think Washington will be just fine under Chris Peterson. That's a great head coach, and I'm excited to see what he'll do there at Washington. I think one of the best coaches, with no doubt, in all of college football. But we had to see the backup come in because Keith Price was hurt. Got hurt in the third quarter. And then Miles came in. Didn't play too well, but didn't make any mistakes. And that's all that matters. Bishop Sankey ended up 21 carries, 96 yards with 2 touchdowns. And Taysom Hill, you got to salute him for the way he played. He battled all night, was getting hit all night. Even he ran for a touchdown. He threw for 288 yards, ran 29 times for 143 yards. The rest of the team combined for only 40 yards rushing. And he also caught a pass, too. So, and he was getting pumped all night. And he kept getting right back up, played great. Sure, he's going to be beat up after this one. But he played his heart out. He's a really good player. And you got to salute him for the way he played. He just needs to get better throwing the football. He's an amazing runner. But if he can get better throwing the football, the guy has unlimited potential, so you do have to say congratulations to them. It was a good season for BYU. They really go unrecognized with the tough schedule that they play. They play a really tough schedule each year. I mean, they're 8-5 this season, played good throughout the season. They had some letdowns, had some upsets. So I thought it was a pretty good year for BYU. Nothing to hang your head on. A good season. And congratulations on an 8-5, a pretty solid season. Also, Washington, congratulations. 9-4 season. Got to remember, just a couple seasons ago, when Steve Sarkisian just took over, this was a team that was going winless just about every single year for a couple year stretch. So he did a remarkable job, and I'm sure it's still going in the right direction with Chris Peterson now at the helm. So I'll have to see what they can do without Keith Price and potentially without Bishop Sankey. But if Boise State can play well with their talent they receive, Washington will do just the same with the talent that they receive because Chris Peterson's a heck of a coach. But once again, Washington beats BYU 31-16 in the Fight Hunger Bowl. Last stats for the game: BYU was 7-20 on third downs, 1 of 3 on fourth downs. Same for Washington, as they were 1 for 3 on fourth downs, 5 for 15 on third downs. Total yardage, like I said, way in BYU's favor: 473 to 316. BYU over Washington. Wow, I did not know Keith Price did not throw for that many yards. I did not realize that. He only threw for 112 yards. He was 16-21, 112 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Miles went through 1 for 5, 6 yards. Taysom Hill was 25 of 48, 288 yards, and a pick, no touchdowns. And Cody Hoffman, he also was getting beat up too. When he was getting hit all night, he got hurt a couple times in the game, but kept getting right back up and kept playing, and you got to salute him too. But rushing yards did go in Washington's favor, 185 yards to 198. And penalties were about the same. Both teams had 5 penalties, and both teams threw a pick. So just the difference in the game was Washington played well in special teams. When they got plus territory in the special teams, they took advantage of those top opportunities. They didn't kick. I don't think they kicked a field goal the whole entire game. They kicked one late in the game. But the first 4 drives they scored on were all touchdowns. They took advantage when they moved the football. Sometimes they didn't, but when they did, they they scored. They scored touchdowns. And on the flip side, BYU moved the ball pretty well. Especially they moved the ball ridiculously in the second quarter, but they had to settle for field goals every single time. So if they score touchdowns in the second quarter instead of field goals, this could be a completely different outcome. But in the second half, Washington had a great game plan, came out, and BYU got nothing. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this recap. Please leave a comment below with what you thought about this game. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you do not miss any of the bowl game recaps. If you've been following my channel for a while, you do know that I'm coming out with recaps for every single bowl game this bowl season. You don't want to miss out on that. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/S3RTR. And as always, roll tide, go Sox, go Titans to you. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Peace.